자, 여러분 안녕하세요. 엄군입니다. 자, 오늘 NBA 2K20 LA 레이커스 대 뉴욕 닉스 1월 8일 경기 한번 플레이 해보도록 하겠습니다. LA 레이커스 홈 경기이고요. 레이커스가 좀 로스터가 변경이 된 게 포인트 가드에 다시 이제 브래들리로 바뀌었습니다. 원래 이제 콜드웰 콥이었는데
Happy New Year.
콜드웰
We hope
콥이
2020 is treating you well so far.
빠지고
And here we go. We have another special
바뀌었네요.
episode of 2K TV for you.
Absolutely, and whether you've been playing the game since last September or you just jumped into NBA 2K20 over the holidays, we have all the tips in this episode to improve your stick skills. In fact, we've talked to some of the best 2K developers and they're dropping knowledge for you.
Let's get started with the basics from gameplay director Mike Wang.
And then you're going to hear from the president of Sim Nation himself, Dazar, with all your play calling.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
So the New York starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Barrett at the two-guard position. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee, and it's Bradley in at the point. Now here's Payton. Well, around this time of year, lots of national broadcasted games, Doris. Does that impact the players, you think, in any way?
I certainly think the guys are aware of the nights they're on national television. Some guys relish, Kev, as you know, the opportunity to play on the big stage. So for the regular season, those nights where you know the entire country is watching, that's a big deal.
Just 3 to shoot. Puts it up off the inbound. The rebound by the Lakers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
And both free throws good for Davis.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Morris looking over the floor. Payton finds Morris. Payton outside. Pass to Randall. Great D that time from Davis. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Bradley passes to Davis. A
그렇지,
three-pointer is
데이비스.
right on
인정.
target. Davis has got 5 now.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
Now here's Gibson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, it just his effort level was off the charts.
Bradley kicks to Davis. The drive by LeBron. He feeds it to Green. Outside Bradley. Pass to Davis. It's taken away by Payton. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it to Morris. Lets it go with a three. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Bradley passes to Davis. And it falls
그렇지,
over the rim and
데이비스.
in. He has 7.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gibson the bounce pass. Fades away. Rebounded by
스
McGee.
진짜
I love the
못하네.
anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
Now here's Payton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. It's stolen by Bradley. There's Green with the three.
아,
Randall
그린.
with some nice D.
그린이
Doris
원래
with the
3점
youth.
좀
The Knicks
넣는데.
added Dennis Smith to that bunch as well.
No doubt, Kevin, this was a player they had their eyes on. So when you couple Dennis Smith Jr. with some of the young assets they've collected over the last couple of years, there's a ton of young talent coming up in New York right now. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
나이스 블락.
And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
처음부터 압박수.
Payton looking around.
오,
Trying to get open is Randall,
아,
and he
좋다.
banks in the layup.
Because of the level of athleticism and speed, it is difficult to stop Elfrid Payton. Nicely done.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine
벤치
the net
멤버가
rating,
너무 안
which is
좋아서.
basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions.
그렇지,
So
골도
much
있고.
to like about Danny Green.
얘가 원래
Hart from Caldwell
좀 뭐,
Pope
브래들리보다
there,
더
using every
좋은데
ounce of strength
주전
to
갑자기
muscle
뺏겼네.
that shot in.
3점슛도 브래들리보다 더 잘 넣더라고.
Here's Ntilikina, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Now here's Bullock. Clock at 6. Passes it to Ntilikina.
아,
The pass to Bullock.
리바운드 뺏겼네.
Pass to Knox. There's the three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Howard kicks to Cook. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. And here is Howard.
안 돼, 안 돼.
11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
Knicks trail by 9. Here's Bullock, and he bangs it home with one hand.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He had 10 points in the win against Detroit. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Here's Knox, guarded by Kuzma. Ntilikina passes to Bullock. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers leading by 7. To the inside. Davis.
그렇지.
And it's slammed in by
Davis.
Davis.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Well, you know this, Greg, because you played in the NBA. You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
And here is Howard after the three-pointer from Bobby Portis. Now here's Davis. He's covered closely.
오,
Howard kicks to Kuzma. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Caldwell Pope for three.
그렇지,
That's good.
콜델
And
포.
so Howard with the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Davis inside. The wide open look here for Kuzma.
그렇지,
And again,
쿠즈마.
it's the Lakers from deep.
야,
Yeah,
3점
we're seeing
두
some
번 연속
fireworks from
터졌다.
them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is
찬스
having
나면
all
다
sorts
넣어줘야지.
of problems with them.
저렇게.
Back right after this. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo is out there with Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 2. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Howard. Kuzma's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes.
브래들리.
That was with the
론돈에.
LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
점수차
Let's go
이렇게
now to the
크게 벌었는데
sideline. Catch up
르브론까지
with
다시
David
나왔어.
Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his
아,
Thank you.
역시
I'll tell you, if you get caught napping on the
르브론.
defensive end, that first step of LeBron's is so explosive. Look out.
Knicks trail by 17. Now Smith. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Randall no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And a wide open look for Rondo. Good.
야,
He's
세기다,
great picking
세기.
up the assist. Rondo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
And there's the foul. They're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Los Angeles
뭐야?
making a switch
왜,
here.
왜?
McGee's checked in. Smith against Rondo. Randall left side. Poke loose. Just 5 on the clock. The rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Caruso. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, Kev, those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
Ellington dishes to Morris. Smith with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Smith the pass to Ellington. New York moving the ball around. They can't
야,
stop the
쟤는
run with
진짜
that
안
one.
들어간다.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. New York called for the foul. The Lakers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And here are the Knicks now. And Gibson kicks to Morris. Back to Gibson. He dishes it to Morris. Bradley against Payton. Can they get it? Randall. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Well, Elfrid Payton showing he's capable of running the offense pretty pass.
James with it. Out defended by Randall. They kick it out to Green. Pass to McGee. James against Gibson. And they double up James. On the wing, Green. Morris with the ball. Last time out he had 38 points. Barrett the pass to Morris. Avery Bradley pulls it in. Lakers leading by 23. Here's Green. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. This, their first look at
와,
this year's Los Angeles squad.
블락 쩔었다.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Davis is checked in for the Lakers. And then for New York, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Ntilikina in for Barrett. Bullock kicks to Payton.
나이스.
It's stolen by Bradley. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
The Knicks shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Passes it to Gibson. The 17-footer drained for 2 points.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
You talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player,
아, 저걸
and in
못 넣어?
between the lines and
앞에
out,
큰
you
애도
can count
아니었는데.
on Taj Gibson.
Got a piece of it. Ntilikina looking it over. Left side, Gibson. Over LeBron. Count it from 12. Los Angeles leading by 21. Bradley dishes to McGee. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Gibson. Here's Bullock. Blanketed by
야,
the D. He fights
앞에
to the
블락
rim for the layup.
좋은데요?
And the Lakers call time here. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Bradley.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell-Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Knox the pass to Robinson. Now Portis. He kicks to Bullock. 5 to shoot. Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, this guy maturing right before our eyes. Frank Ntilikina drills the catch and shoot. Pretty.
어?
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And so here is New York. Here's Robinson. Count it.
야,
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny? And that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. Julius Randle is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Barrett, and it's Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Outside Gibson. The pass to Barrett. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Green. Pass to McGee. Now here's Bradley, defended by Gibson. And it's Bradley off the drive, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Payton outside. McGee with the block. They get it back. And the Knicks miss again.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Pass to Barrett. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. You
야,
take a look at Los
레이커스
Angeles.
절대적이다.
What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
You know, for Los Angeles, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Bradley. Back to Payton. Out to Morris. To stop the run. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Danny Green. And a switcher also for New York. Ellington's checked in. James in the post. Morris is there. Here's Caruso. Off target with his three. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Barrett, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Rondo gets the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside Gibson. Randall left side. And they pick up 2.
되게 스무스하게 넣네.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's James. He's got 13. And McGee kicks to Caruso. Drains the 19-footer.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes to Randall. Over Davis. Randall no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate and they're rarely fooled.
Now the pass to Ellington. Back to Randall. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in for LeBron. And then for New York, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. And it's Dennis Smith in for Barrett.
You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the Lakers making a change here. Cook's checked in, and a switcher also for New York. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cable to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Well, you look at the length of Knox, Doris, his arm span, his frame. He can be a handful.
No doubt. Kevin Knox is able, because of that frame you talked about, to shrug off contact and muscle through most players. His reach allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. So in terms of the physical metrics, you love what this guy brings to the table.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeBron.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Smith in the posts. That shot no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Caldwell Pope pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
1:41 left in the third quarter. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Portis. Back to Bullock. Smith outside. Puts up a 3. Cans it from downtown. Smith's got 7 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First one falls for him. The Knicks making a switch here. Ntilikina's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Bullock. The 3. Caruso grabs the miss. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Robinson with the block. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Knox. Over Cook. New York, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 21. Kuzma kicks to Cook. Pass to Caruso. Back to Cook. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Knicks trail by 21. We've got Green. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Bradley. And it's Howard in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Payton kicks to Portis. No good from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
Well, when you're in transition, the pass should lead the break, and that's exactly what was done in easy 2.
Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Green. Howard against Robinson. Outside Portis. A fader. It's good.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
페이더웨이를 쓰다니.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Alice, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it
그린이
can
왜
be.
이렇게 안 들어갔지?
Attention to detail. Well said.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
This is where the defense says, uh-oh, because LeBron James is
르브론
cooking.
세레모니.
And there's the pass to Randall. Back to Peyton. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Davis. It's stolen by Morris. Over to the wing. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded by Green. Morris against Green. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Launches it. Morris, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the
데이비스랑
basketball at this point.
르브론 조합이 뭐 박살내네.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Barrett, no good. Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive number 1 pick, he's going number 1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
It's LeBron with the drive. McGee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Taj Gibson picks one up. That free throw, no good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Dudley. And it's Green in for Troy Daniels. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. McGee against Gibson. Smith outside. That 3 off the mark.
쟤네들 진짜 안
And so
들어간다.
it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Green dishes to James. The Lakers rebound. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And that one falls to Davis. Cook is checked in for the Lakers. And a switcher also for New York. Knox is checked in. The Knicks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. Smith wide open. He fires. And the 3 off
막
target.
쏘는 것 같아 쟤네.
And it's the Lakers.
전이 그냥 상실한 것
They've
같은데.
outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Outside for Rondo. From past the arc. Kept alive. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a
대단하다, 야.
shot. 19 points for Anthony Davis.
완전 그냥 가지고 노네, 뉴욕을.
Pass to Randall. Back to Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, we know this, guys. Last season, a little bit up and down for Dennis Smith Jr. Not sure he wanted out of Dallas, but certainly dealt to the New York Knicks. But now they think this guy is a cornerstone for their franchise.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Trier, he's checked in for the Knicks.
As dangerous as he is
30점 차.
inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to
일부러는
the
벤치로
mid-range. He's very
들어갔네.
reliable when he
싫어.
steps back and takes the jump shot.
New York, no good that time either. And with Smith, he had lost the ball handling duties in Dallas. Doncic. And you know what, Doris? It made sense probably for him to move on.
Yeah, this is one of those trades, I think, that will benefit everyone involved. Dennis Smith Jr. is a better player with the basketball in his hands. And once he left, he got his confidence back and started to create great opportunities for the Knicks.
New York with the ball. Here's Trier. It's stolen by Davis.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Davis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebound. And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out
역시
there.
데이비스.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and
32점
purposes,
차.
this game is
이걸로 이제
over. Just a
월급
matter
마음을
of
줄
time
것
here.
같은데.
Smith on the wing. Just 5 to shoot to end the cold streak. Rebounded by the Lakers.
마지막.
Now the feed to Davis. Lays it
아,
up.
데이비스. 마지막
Saw the
끝마음을.
opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
자, 이렇게 해서 NBA 2K20 LA 레이커스 대 뉴욕 닉스 경기 1월 8일 경기 플레이 한번 해봤고요. 방송 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.